Hi, hello everyone. Today we can discuss the timeline of major literary theories and it's showing their historical development and key figures of the movements. We can start with the classical literary criticism. The key figures are Plato, Aristotle, Horace, and Longinus. When we are taking Plato, his theory of mimesis, it's really important. Then comes with Aristotle's Poetics. These two works are really important. Please go through these two. And we can go to the medieval criticism. Medieval criticism focused on allegorical and theological reading of texts, especially like the Bible. So the next one is Renaissance humanism. Here we have the major key figures: Sidney, Dante, Erasmus. These are really important. I'm just telling you the important theories, important criticism, and the key figures. So you can kindly make a note on that. Sydney's defense of poesy is really important. That you can simply make a note on it. Then we are coming to the neoclassical classicism. There we have major figures like Dryden, Pope, and Boileau. And in this particular period, neoclassicism, they are emphasizing on the order, reason, decorum, and the classical unities. Here, literature is considered as a reflection of the universal human nature. Okay, then the next one, Romanticism. Romanticism, the key figures are William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, P.B. Shelley. Here, the major ideas are emotion, imagination, and individual creativity over reason and rules. They have given importance to emotion and imagination. The poet as a visionary and inspired figure is the major concept of Romanticism. When comes about Marxism, here you can see Marxism. We are focusing on the major critics like Karl Marx, Terry Eagleton, and Frederick Jameson, and they are concentrating on the ideology and hegemony in culture. Literature reflects and critiques class struggle and material conditions. And here we have psychoanalysis theory, Freud, Bloom are the major figures. You can go through their uh, psychological theories. It's really important. When it comes about formalism and no criticism are really important. You have to make a note on this. Cultural studies starts with this formalism and new criticism. Clean Brooks, T.S. Eliot are the major figures. Close reading focusing on the text itself, that means the form, language, structure, everything are really important there in formalism and new criticism. When comes about structuralism, here you can see structuralism. Major figures are Ferdinand de Saussure, Ronald Barthes, then Strauss. These three are really important. Kindly make note on all the works. I'm not saying any selected work. All the works of Saussure, Barthes, and Strauss. It can be the form of chronological order arrangement, or you will get direct questions, indirect questions, statement type of question from these three theorists: Saussure, Barthes, Strauss. So please kindly make a note on these three important writers. Their major ideas are language and culture as system of science, and they state that literature as a part of larger system of meanings. Okay, it can be the narrative structure or it could be the myth as. When continuing this, we have post-structuralism and deconstruction. The key figures are Derrida, Foucault, and Ronald Barthes. Death of the author and Foucault's power of discourse are really Barthes' death of the author, Foucault's power and discourse. These are really important. And the reader's response theory, it starts from 1960s to present time. It's really valid, so please kindly go through this. Stanley Fish, then we have Isor, then Rosenblatt. These are the major key figures. The major ideas discussing here is the subjective experience and the interpretation. They are saying that they are stating that meaning is created through the interaction between text and the reader, that is reader response theory. So we have gender studies, post-colonial studies, aestheticism, queer, feminist, other studies are also here. When focusing on feminist and gender theory, the key figures are Simone de Beauvoir, Judith Butler, Ellen Sholter. These three major figures, key figures are really important. They're discussing the gender ideology, gender roles, and the analysis of the patriarchy and the identity they have. So when comes about post-colonial theory, Edward Said, Gayatri Spivak, Homi Baba, these are the key figures. Their works you have to, whatever names I am suggesting, mentioning here, those all key figures, works, all works you have to make a note on. If you want, you can comment below. I will make a note on that. I have note of that. I will upload that notes.